Now, what's wrong with this one?
Head gasket.
Oh, it blew?
Yeah.
Are you putting it back together or taking it apart?
Taking it apart.
What the heck is that?
This thing?
Yeah.
It's the grid heater.
Grid heater?
Yeah, so when it's cold, that heats up. This doesn't have glow plugs. It heats that grid up, and then as air passes through it, it heats that air.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the intake air.
So it doesn't have glow plugs. How does it warm up to start?
That right there.
That warms up.
Yeah, that
and
gets
heats
hot.
the air.
Yeah, it heats the air as it passes through it.
So it's electric.
Yes.
Huh. Was that a solenoid?
That's the injector on top.
They're electric?
Yeah.
All that's doing is just opening the valve though, right?
This?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what, to be honest with you, I'm not really sure. I assume that it's got high pressure engine oil running through it like the Fords, but I'm not 100% sure. I've never actually had a Cummins part before.
It's a 6?
Yeah. But you gotta have pretty high pressure for diesels to fire off, so they probably have high pressure engine oil running through there, and then all that does, the injector opens a valve and allows the high pressure oil to then inject the fuel in.
So then that's just intake, exhaust, and fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 valves for the intake, 2 valves for the exhaust, 4 valves per cylinder.
Oh, I see. Okay, so there's two on each side. Oh, that's cool.
These things really, they can pump out a lot of power.
Really?
Yeah.
What is this, a Dodge, right?
You know what? I was wrong. That's a high pressure oil fuel pump, which supplies that manifold. So there's always high pressure on the injector all the time. Then the electric solenoid opens and fires the fuel in. On the Fords, it's got a high pressure oil over top of the low pressure fuel, and a solenoid fires them off. So I'm looking at it right now. I see it right there.
So the oil is just there to help open the valve?
On a Ford, but on these, it doesn't have that. That's a high pressure fuel pump. So that keeps high pressure in that manifold and in the fuel lines going over to the injectors. Fords, if they lose, there's an O-ring in there in the fuel on the high pressure oil side. When I say high pressure oil, I'm talking about the engine oil. When they go bad, they won't start.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it can't build up enough pressure to atomize the fuel good enough.
So that's cast into the head?
What, that grid?
Yeah.
No, that gasket's, if you pull that gasket off, you could take that out of there.
But the thing it's sitting in is cast into the head?
Yeah, yeah. It's just the intake runner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that comes off the head. Look at all that carbon on there.
Yeah.
That's from the EGR system.
So that's EGR flowing back in across that heater.
Yeah, and the problem with that is you know, that shit gets into the fucking motor and just destroys the fucking motor.
Does it?
I mean, these still last a long time, but that dirty shit, you know, definitely will make the motor not last as long.
Is that a problem, or is it just normal how the engine's supposed to operate?
Just how the engine's supposed to operate, but you know, that is killing the longevity of your motor.
It's not like the GM that has the problem with the PCV system getting clogged and then it sucks oil backwards, burns itself up.
Nah, not on these. But you know, I've heard people get 200,000-300,000 miles out of these. So I'm sure if you eliminated that AGR system, you'd probably get 500,000 miles out of it, no problem.